Agee, my dog.
3-0, what's up, man?
Hey man, listen. We got something special here, man. I don't say this too often on the show, but
Right.
there's some guests that we get where, you know, they're like that mystery guest with that, but there's a level of excitement there, and I think we got one today, man. We got on today's Agee and Gates Hoop Dreams podcast, man. We got a Houston native, University of Kentucky alum, and I can't wait till we start talking about that. He won state title in Texas. Matter of fact, I saw that game. It was at the University of Texas, and we're going to talk about how they even let you get out the state, but that's another question. We're going to get to that too. He's a member of the Fort Bend Travis Tigers. He was a McDonald's All-American, first team parade All-American. Oh, by the way, he was also, Texas Mr. Basketball, just a little something.
Yeah.
He played in the NBA for the Charlotte Hornets, the Dallas Mavericks. He was named a Turkish League All-Star, won a Portuguese Cup in 2024, played in Mexico last year, and is getting ready for the summer TBT tournament. We like to welcome to the show, man. Not one of one, but one of two.
One of two, the twins.
The Harrison twins. On today's show, we got Aaron Harrison, Mr. Basketball. How you doing, A?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
Man, good to see you, A.
Definitely,
Listen,
man. Appreciate it.
It's so many things that's on Agee and our mind, man. Just like when I found out you were gonna be on the show, man, I started watching video. I went back to your high school days, your college days, overseas. I mean, but let's start here, man. Agee and I, we always like to get a feel for our guests.
Yeah.
Tell us about you, man. Who is Aaron Harrison?
That's a good question, actually. I mean, I'm a pretty simple guy. Love basketball, like to chill, like to hang out with my family. Just love basketball and just trying to figure out everything else. As a kid, basketball was number one. In my 20s, basketball was number one. So, being 30, I'm just, as of right now, I would say I'm just trying to figure everything out besides basketball, really.
Like
That's
that,
what's
man.
up.
Take us back to, man, your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I said this earlier. You are one of two. You're a twin. Your brother Andrew. I mean, man, what is that relationship like, having a twin brother?
I mean, I can't really explain it because I only ever had a twin, I never not had a twin. So it's tough to explain, but it's just having a best friend, you just have somebody that you care about more than you care about yourself your whole life. And a lot of people don't really understand that. I think I've heard people say you don't really understand until you have kids or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't have any kids yet, but it's just, that's just a feeling that you just grow up like that. And it's a big advantage growing up with a twin brother, just knowing that somebody always got your back, no matter, they don't want nothing from you. All they want for you is the best for you. So that's just, I think it's a huge advantage, a huge blessing for sure.
Man, like, I got a million questions for you, man. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, let's get into it, man. You're Richmond, Texas, high school, you and your brother, man. Y'all killing it. When I tell you killing it, the Harrison twins, Agee, down here in Texas, they on billboards, posters, like they was on that level. Like they were that, man. Like they put, in terms of basketball, and they came out of an amazing class too, by the way. I mean, it wasn't a lot of Texas ballers came out in your class. But y'all sitting, what was it, 2 and 5? Your brother was 2? Or you were 2?
Yep. My brother was 2, I was 5, yeah.
McDonald's All-Americans, doing it. What was that time like for you?
It was just so much fun. Like, my pops and my mom, we never really lived like that, Like I still, when I was, I mean, Billboard. I really wasn't on billboards, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah,
a
he
lot
had
of
billboards.
magazines and stuff like that. Yeah, but at home, I was a kid. Like, I didn't, you know, my parent. I say, you know, yes sir, no sir. My mom tell me I'm doing it. There's no treatment or no. I was a kid at home. I was normal as could be at home. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So you ain't let the your notoriety and fame from basketball uh kind of go to your head and make you start thinking like you better than what you are. You were just in the moment and just
nah, for
taking.
sure. Nah, because when you surrounded by people who just they don't want nothing from you, they just want the best from you. They don't really, they don't like. It's not that they don't care about that. It's just that's not what it's about. It's about me. You know, they want the best for me. So the hype, I feel like when people let you act different or treat them a certain way or treat yourself a certain way because of what you can do, that's
Yeah,
not, you know, that's not real family. That's not real love. You know, that's
yeah.
just that's just setting you up for failure. Honestly.
Well, I noticed that I only been in Texas. Actually, I got here your senior year, so
Okay.
I'm actually in San Antonio. I've noticed that that's just like kind of the 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 respect
Hmm.
of just the young folks in Texas. They will say no, sir. They
Yeah.
will say yes, ma'am. Like that is kind of like the level of respect, and I always appreciated that. But but you guys were different, man. You
Hmm.
guys, I mean, every sports magazine, um, you end the year on the highest of high notes. You win a state title. You and your brother got to make probably one of I consider the greatest decision, at least top five of your life.
Hmm.
And that's what college you're gonna go to. Aaron, you and your brother, man. Obviously, McDonald's All American. Had your pick of the litter of schools you can go to. And
Yeah.
you representing the Lone Star State, because that's in your heart. You're in the Lone
Yeah.
Star State. You got Texas. You got Baylor. They part of your top five, along with Arizona,
Yeah.
Kentucky. You decided to go to Kentucky.
Yeah.
What played into that decision?
Just going to Kentucky at the time to go to the NBA. I feel like out of the schools that we were getting recruited to, that was their. They knew that's what our goal, and they just, you know, that was the place to be to go to the NBA at the time. Unlike now, when you could just, you should. I feel like now you should go anywhere where they're gonna give you the ball. Um, it's just a little different, but I think when I was coming out, it was certain schools that got a little more. They got more looks from the scouts. They got more TV games. They got more things like that. So,
Hey, AG, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. I want to know what was that visit like when Calipari came up in the crib? What was that like?
but yeah, so like a lot of people ask about the visit, the home, but it wasn't really. It's not that much that when you come from like a family, you got two parents, you got no one. You can't really. I think the recruiting angle can't be as it can't be as surface as it usually is. You know what I mean? Like if you got, if you know what you're talking about, you got parents that know what they're talking about, you got parents that you respect. You can't just, you got to come real. You got to be honest. You can't just come, oh, come. You can't come go in the other room and say, oh, we got a bunch of girls. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You got to be
Hmm.
honest. And I think Cal was, if you want to come to the NBA, I'm gonna do everything I can to get you there. And that was just the most simplest, realest, and that's what he what he was known to do for sure. And I think other recruitment, other places that tried to recruit us was more of a, tried to give us the, great, you're gonna have a good college experience, you're gonna love it here and all that, which was good, which is cool. But they knew. I don't feel like that's what we were looking for. I wasn't looking for a school to go have a good time or
Yeah.
no, like what I'm saying. I was looking to go to the NBA.
There you
Absolutely,
go.
So
absolutely.
yeah,
You were trying to
that's a
get
big
to the
part of it.
league. We get
Yeah,
it. You're trying to get to the league, and you're right. Particularly at that time, Kentucky was turning out
One and done.
pros. Yeah, one
for
and
sure,
dones. I mean, there was
for
five
sure.
in, five out,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
and 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 Interesting enough, you and your brother, you go there. Expectations are off the wall, not just for you
Hmm.
guys to go to the league, but you guys go in, you know, you know, wasn't just you two all there either, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's five McDonald's All Americans running up and down that court. The
Hmm.
expectations are that you guys are going to win a national championship. What was
Sure.
that pressure like playing in that blue and white?
That pressure. That it. I mean, it's
Or
it.
did you even feel it as pressure?
No, I definitely felt it as pressure. I definitely felt like we got me and I feel like I was at Kentucky. I felt like me and my brother got a little more criticized, a little more like we got over scouted. I think like by so many people just because we was so we were the best for a while. Probably since like eighth grade, and I think that we got overanalyzed. People just started to just try to overthink our games and everything. I think that built up a lot of nerve. That built up a lot of like, you know, anxiety about the games because I never
Mm.
felt no type of nerves until I got there. I never even like thought about a game before the game started before I got there, unless it was like the state championship or something, obviously. But I was never nervous like until I got to Kentucky for sure.
Now,
Mm.
who was on your team with you and your brother?
Uh, my brother, obviously. My first year was James Young, Julius Randle,
Mhm.
Dakari Johnson, Willie Cauley Stein, Alex Poitras. Who else? I know I'm missing some guys, but
Willie Cauley Stein. It's
Mhm.
funny. I played against his dad in high school, and that's a whole nother story, though.
that's crazy.
But man, yeah, I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah,
I can't imagine because first of all, even before you get there, it's not like Kentucky when you guys got there, they became a powerhouse.
yeah, they
They
was
were already
of course.
Yeah.
established, and so I can imagine being the number two pick. I mean,
Hmm.
being number two in the nation, number five in the nation, players coming in.
Hmm.
The expectation had to be the Harrison twins are going to win us a national championship. Now, forget the fact
Hmm.
that they got three other McDonald's All Americans on the team, but they
Yeah.
looking like we got the second best player in the nation and the fifth best player in the nation. They gonna do it done. But you said something I thought
Hmm.
was interesting. You said we were over analyzed. What do you mean by that?
I mean, just I think that people's watching us so like they try to pick our games apart so much, like scouts and stuff. Um, I don't know. I just feel like we just got more. We just were more. I don't
Critiqued.
know. More. That's a great word. Just more critique than the other players on the team and just other like high level guards. I think that the expectations for us were a little bit. I don't know. They were just over. We just over critiqued. I think personally, and I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
at that age I let it get to me. Probably my brother let him get to him more because he was a point guard and it's just point guard at Kentucky.
yep,
Cal yelling at you.
yep.
Everything is like So oh yeah, it was just I think we just had to do a little more
Mm.
than other people that would get like, oh, they have potential, they can do this in 5 years, and it was just something that we just never got. I feel like we lost that benefit of the doubt for some. I'm not sure, but for some reason,
Oh no, y'all didn't have the benefit of the doubt. Y'all walked in with the expectations that y'all had to play um, at a level where you didn't make mistakes, where you didn't
yeah,
make turnovers, where you won games, or if you was in tight games, y'all were gonna figure it out. Like
yeah, for sure.
I saw that pressure mounting. Some athletes would say they want that. Was was that an issue for
I
you?
mean, they say it after it's done. Like they don't like obviously if it works out, no, of course you want it. And I like my thing was like when the game started, it's over with. Like once the game started, it's over with. But it's just like going to the game thinking like, okay, I'm trying to go to the NBA, and I know this is a game that's gonna be on everybody watching. So
Yep.
that was more of a thought to me. Not like the act like actually playing. I'm not once the game started, it's fine. You know, y'all know that, of course. But
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
it's just that thought of being overanalyzed, and I'm like, okay, you see see other things going on. It's just like, oh, well, if they can do, I can do. That's fine. But it's a different scale for everybody. I just feel like we had kind of a different scale because it was just expected of us to go win automatically.
I
And I
mean,
mean, which we did we ended up doing some winning while we were there, but we didn't
yeah,
obviously win a national title. But
yeah, but back-to-back Final Fours. Come on.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but yeah, for
I
sure
mean,
we did that.
that's some. You can't downplay that shit there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like
Absolutely.
back-to-back Final Fours. Me and my brother. He the point guard. I'm the two.
yeah,
And you know what I'm saying? Like, so the
but
critiquing of y'all game,
yeah,
it should have been more of like, damn, these two kids came in and accepted what John Calipari was giving out, dishing out to him, and was
for
swallowing
sure.
it, accepting it, and was able to not get knocked out in the first round, get to the Final Four, and then not win it, but come back the next
Yeah,
year and do the same shit again. You know how
yeah,
tough that is?
yeah. That is the second year was super tough. And I think that, I mean, the first year if you go back 2 years, I mean, after our first year, the second year, they obviously gonna overanalyze you once they watch you a whole year and you could do
Yeah.
this, do that. You 18, I think I was 19. I'm 19, and we go to the national championship, and it's like, okay, like that's what we started off real bad my freshman year. I think we was like an eighth seed in the tournament, and we ended up going to the national championship game. And I think that if it was like another group of like another 1 and 2 core of young guards that did that, 19-year-old guards that did that, I think they wouldn't be as criticized as me and my brother was for sure.
Yeah.
Like, or just people looking for something you can't do. Or, I mean, I won everywhere I went, everywhere, So I think winning is become like not as important as well. But that's another story.
Well, I tell you this, hey, I feel that, man. I know what it's like
Yeah,
to live in the expectations of people's mind
yeah,
because, they expect, that level of exceptionalism
yeah,
every time you walk on that court. You
hmm
can't have a bad game. Especially you the two guard. You can't miss a jump shot. Hey,
yeah,
hey.
yeah,
but it's interesting, AG said that man, going back to back and I want to talk about that, but I want to finish your freshman year because
hmm
you said this earlier. The expectation, the reality of going to Kentucky is to go to the league.
hmm
But after your freshman year, y'all don't go.
yeah.
What went into that decision? And do you think that affected you all mentally and on a level?
I think it affected our stock in general, just because people who make the decisions in the NBA, they kind of focus on things they can't see. They try to say like he has potential because he has long arms or bigger feet or some
Yeah.
random things. And like people who've never even played a big game before, like you
Right.
played regular season and you went home, you didn't make the tournament. And I think that I just wasn't sure. And I think we had a talk with coach and my dad, and coach, I mean, Cal he didn't push us to go or make us stay. And I feel like I had a chance to come back and be even SEC player of the year, national player of the year. I had a chance to do that. I mean, I was kind of told that. I
Mm.
was definitely told that. But, the next recruiting class come in, and then I'm there and we playing 5 in, 5 out. So,
Yeah, that
yeah,
blue and white thing y'all
yeah,
went with was insane.
yeah,
It's funny being a fan of that time too. I'm watching you guys. I got to be honest with you, Aaron. I didn't know if it was gonna work. I'm like,
Yeah.
cause again, y'all, the template that was set up, 5 in, 5 out.
I mean, it worked for some people.
Yep.
But I'm saying,
Half the team it worked for, the other half it
but I'm
didn't.
saying you and your brother stayed. I'm talking about in terms of you all leaving,
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
5 new guys coming
Hmm.
in. But you and your brother decided to stay. But you guys got coming in. You got Devin Booker. You got
Hmm.
Tyler Shoeless. I mean,
Yeah.
you got more
I
McDonald's All Americans coming in.
yeah. I mean, I wasn't. I feel like Kentucky was used to having like the top guards, and I
Well,
wasn't. I didn't know like I didn't know if what the next year was gonna be like. Obviously, I knew about Tyler and Devin, but I don't think that. I mean, nobody was sure about that because I feel we coming off two final. We coming off a Final Four, coming off multiple bigger guards, lottery picks, and all this, and I just don't think that everyone was sure about what was coming in or what was going on the next year for sure.
mm-hmm.
Okay. But you saying on no level, Kyle said, "Man, this is how I coach now. I'm getting new guys." So he didn't tell you and your brother to go.
To lead? No, of course not.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. 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 Okay.
And you know why? Cal still needed some damn veterans, baby, around. I know we got
I
some
mean,
McDonald's All American rookies coming in, but shit, if these two
yeah,
twins
but
want to stay, I ain't gonna push them out the door because I'm gonna need them.
yeah, because we are actual. I feel like me and my brother are like we came in as winning is gonna do like I was never taught like oh like shoot like this so people think you got like they like the way this look and you can make 100 in a row standing there and that's how you make the NBA. Like I was never taught that. I was
Mm.
taught like whoever guarding you kill them and then you win and then that's what people like that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And but that's not really the case. Like when you trying out or like when you trying out for the NBA or you trying to make your way to the NBA, you got to know like I feel like
Yep,
you have to have some knowledge of what they like, what they looking for. Not, oh man, like I'm trying to win because I want my team to win. I want my coach to win. Like I want my, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
yep,
just that's just a whole different type of mentality that you have to have. But somebody got to make you aware of that. You
yeah.
know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna jump into your sophomore year, man, which was
Yeah,
y'all had a special team,
yeah, for sure.
and I do want to say this for everybody to know that you led that team in scoring. So it wasn't like you was just a part of that team. No, you
Yeah,
you were
I
the
know,
catalyst for that team.
I know.
Um, but um, the guys that was came off the bench, the other team,
Yeah,
seemed like they were getting a lot more buzz
yeah. I
than you
mean, that's
guys.
just. I wouldn't say they were getting more buzz. I would just say like some people don't have to show as much. It's just based on like, oh, they have potential. I don't have the answer to that exactly,
Yeah.
but I think that I mean I don't know. Some people just don't have to show as much, and also some people have the knowledge of I ain't gotta. I mean, I don't have to do that. Like that's not what they're looking for. That's I don't have to. I mean, I'd never be like this, but I don't have to win. Like I don't have to like be stressed out because we not winning. I don't gotta really. I just gotta work, like do what I do, look good doing it, and move on. And that's not how I was raised. Like that's just not how I am. But now that I know, like that's what you really supposed. That's how you make it to the NBA. Like what you're supposed to do. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the league is looking for.
And
I
look,
understand.
Devin Booker was coming off the bench on that squad that
yeah,
year,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, just think. I think Cal talked about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was like, I got a lot of guys, but
Yeah,
some people gonna have to sacrifice some things for us to win.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that was just like. I mean, I don't know. That was just 5 in 5 out. I mean, sacrificing. You
Yeah,
know,
Was it a
who
weird? Was it a
sacrificed?
weird
Like who
time for you? Was
sacrificed?
that a weird time for you in
Yeah, because it wasn't.
basketball?
Yeah, because I would. That's not what I came. That's not what I came back to school for.
right.
For sure, I came back to be the SEC Player of the Year, try to be the national player, try to be the best player in the country, and be a lottery pick, not like
And
be
I
the
gotta ask
best.
you this too. I gotta ask you this, man. At any point, you came back and y'all went to that first practice, or y'all was just hooping
Mm-hmm.
up there. At any point, did you say to yourself, "Man, I should have went to the league"?
Oh yeah, I mean, of course. Like you think that like in the middle of my freshman year, I'm like, man, I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have. If he did it, I should have did that because I'm way better than him. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's just, it is what it is. I mean, I can't. I always say like, if it didn't, I can't say it didn't work out, but it was just like, just weird, like a weird.
Actually, I get what you're saying because
Yeah,
when I watch your game, I'm gonna throw a name at you and I'm gonna say I actually think you're a better player.
yeah.
You know, I look at Doc Rivers' son.
Hmm.
Didn't have an amazing college year, but he had a big shot on Duke.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
over
had a few.
Carolina to win the game, and I'm looking like, but I've seen Aaron hit a lot of big shots on
Big shot.
Wisconsin. You know, I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I can't. I have no answer. I don't know, but I can't complain though. I mean, I got things other than basketball that's just, that make up for that. Like that's just a blessing.
yeah,
Like, okay, I understand, of course. But
Yeah.
yeah, of course I think that too. I think I'm better than everybody. Like, so
absolutely,
that's like,
absolutely.
yeah.
But I think so. So you guys in your sophomore year, y'all doing the blue and white squad.
Yeah.
Y'all out there looking like the mob squad. I mean, truthfully,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
it was insane as fans to watch, not necessarily understanding the internal applications of everything that's going on, but us watching, we're just like, man, Kentucky has this dominating. It's like, we were thinking, man, their first five is better than the other team's first five, and their second
Yeah,
five is
yeah.
better than
Better
the.
than others. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
We were,
Nah, for sure, for sure. I think that, yeah, it was definitely fun though at the same time. Like that experience was like, man, we got a real team. Like we got a real, like you don't gotta really have every, like first year I think me and Drew, especially Drew, he had everything on his shoulders for sure. Like when we lost, it was his fault. When we won, everybody else got the credit. Like
Mm.
so um yeah, so the second year was just like, okay, like maybe we could be like everybody else, maybe we could just, play hard a little bit, come out the game, chill. But that just, it's not the case for everybody. I don't know.
it's interesting, man, and I want to ask you this with that. How was it? Like, because Agee and I, when we played, because we were there more than 1 year, and you obviously were there more than 1 year, but you had new guys coming in.
Mhm.
Did you guys have a bond? Like, did the relationships build? Like, do you
Um,
become family?
some of us did. Yeah, of course. Especially the ones that was there for 2 years, obviously, because you just there like there longer. You just been through more with them, and then first year we went through more wars. I feel like and that's how you become close for real. Like
Yeah.
we went through some more wars. We went on a road and lost by 30, get yelled at. It's embarrassing. That didn't happen second year. Like you
Mm.
all. So I think that, yeah, that first year, some of the guys that was there, yeah, super close. The freshman guys that was a year after me, they were closer to each other when they came in, but we all got close. I wouldn't say it's like a normal college team, like how close a normal college team would be.
Yeah.
Um, but we definitely close for sure.
So y'all talk now like you can reach out to them guys and they'll get
Yeah, I
back
mean,
at you.
yeah, for sure, for sure. It's not. I mean,
Okay.
we don't like. It's more if I see them out, like we out somewhere, they out, and like I'm in L.A. or something, or they out in Houston or something. I'll see them. I say what's up, talk to them for a couple minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Man.
Yo, when let me ask you this though. When your brother trying to navigate the PG spot
Hmm.
and Cal, all in his ass and
Hmm.
was you, when the game was over, was you like that's my twin. Like, it's almost feel like he yelling at me too. Like, did you console him? Did you go to him and be like, "Hey, bro, it gonna be all right"?
Uh,
Just
nah, he didn't really need consoling. We've been like, it's nothing that Cal could have said to us that my dad not gonna say.
uh,
But as a kid, like you grow up, like my dad saying it is different than him saying it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You take that's my dad. Like, it's just it was a little different. So that took a lot of adjusting to, especially for Drew is a more like he's more of a point guard. Like, he want people involved. He's caring about like what people are doing and if they happy, if they got the ball, if coaches, what coach, yeah. So that's I think Drew he dealing with that on top of trying to run the team, trying to
team.
be the best point guard in the nation. And me, I'm way different than that. I don't care. Yeah.
That's what's up.
So y'all go back to Final Fours 2 years in a row, which I still think is incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
just next level. But now it's decision time. What was different going your sophomore year to make the decision to go to league versus your freshman year?
I mean, freshman year was like it was just kind of man. I feel like I could come back and I could be the best player in the country, or we could be the best, and then be a lottery pick. But how obviously playing platoons and different players, different years, everything. It's not just platoon. It's everything. Like it just didn't go like that. And
Mm-hmm.
then like you're not gonna give it another chance for it to go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make your
Gotcha,
move
gotcha.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. I think about this. If the draft was open when you guys were coming out of high school,
Hmm.
man,
Man,
y'all been lottery picks coming out of
yeah,
high
that's
school, man.
that's why
Yep.
I really honestly believe that, and I really honestly like ability wise, like I played against everybody since I was young, 14. John Lucas used to have every pro, from everywhere in there, and I've definitely been holding my own since I was 14, maybe
Mm-hmm.
13, 14, 15 years. But so I don't know, it was just I never thought differently. Like I never thought like somebody could stop me. Like I didn't think nobody could stop me until I was like 28 probably. Like I never was like, oh, somebody could like really stay in front of me and stop me. And like I never really felt that way, honestly, until I was like, oh, like this is a good defender. I was probably 28 when I really felt like that. So that confidence and stuff that I don't know. It takes a lot. It just takes a lot out of you. Things not going your way, but also you like it gave me a thing where I know everybody couldn't deal with this. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody couldn't go through this. So
Yep. It's only made for them soldiers, baby.
nah, for real, for sure. So I think that's always like that makes me comfortable that I know that I went through that because I could go through it.
Yep.
I could handle it. So
So
Yeah.
so y'all go to the league, and before we jump into that process, I always want to ask you this, man. You and your brother's been like this your whole
yeah,
life.
of course.
Was there ever a point that you said, man, maybe at some point we ain't gonna be able to play together? Like, have you ever thought about how much different y'all games could have been if y'all had not played with each other?
Um, it's just so natural. Like, I can't even explain. Like growing up, it was just a part of playing basketball. Like my brother there, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not like he older than me. He got somewhere else to go. No, we on the same team, and we playing to win. Like we gonna know like, oh, I gotta play like this, or my brother gonna get on my ass. Like my brother not gonna let me play like that. Like I gotta play up to him, or like you know what I'm saying. So
I see.
Yeah.
That's what that was leading into my question. Not now that you guys have to do this on your own.
yeah,
Because I get what you're saying. I don't have a twin,
hmm
but I understand what it's like that there's a certain player that who can get the best out of you, that can
yeah,
who
yeah,
can motivate you in a way that like, hey man, listen, we ain't come from the same
yeah,
mother,
yeah,
but you my brother from another mother.
yeah,
And I just remember games when I played, if that person was sick or they couldn't play, man, I was off. I
Yeah, yeah.
just I couldn't function right. What's
Uh,
that for
I,
you?
no, I wouldn't say that we had that because we always felt like we was going to the NBA. Like I just had a feeling like, oh, nobody can stop me with a basketball. Like, so I'm going to the NBA, you know? And that's not what the NBA is like. That's not how you get to the NBA, first of all. But nah, I think that uh we always knew that we would go our separate ways like once it got to that. So it def what is a thing, what is a huge thing is like going to college and going to the NBA. You could tell like the other guys on the team, they knew they knew it was about themselves, you know what I'm saying? But if you got a
Mm-hmm.
twin, like it's not about you. Like I care about my brother more than I care about myself. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to a certain point, you gotta have like such a like a selfish like strand in you like that I didn't have at the time. Like a
Mm.
greedy, like selfish, like you gotta have that. And it took me, it took me when I was in the NBA like a couple years. Like it took me to get that instead of like just being like just born with that or just like having it naturally because I got someone that I actually like care about more than myself right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's tough, man. Because you
yeah,
got to have that mentality. It reminds me. I think I said it in the movie when I was at the Nike camp. Man, everybody down there just for themselves. You got to
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
that type of mentality to, and I think it's tough. Like you
It's
said, you
tough
playing
for
with your
sure.
brother, and if that's not your personality too,
It's
because
not.
you
It's not
probably
my person.
used to environments where people respected your game. So if they knew you could score, they just automatically would give you the ball. You didn't have to fight in
For
that
sure.
kind of
And
situation.
my brother was a point guard as well. So it's
Yeah.
like if I'm open and if somebody else open, he gonna get me the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like an
Yeah.
advantage that you have. But I don't know. It's just it's like a selfish thing. Like I just wasn't raised to be selfish. I wasn't like I hated camps too. When I was growing up, I hated going to camps. Like I'm like, camps for what? So I could just kill this one dude and I go on. Like I don't care about that. I don't get like, But now that I get older, I totally understand the camps and stuff. Like what? Like
Hmm.
that was I mean, I didn't necessarily need it at the time. I had like the hype and stuff and the notoriety behind me. But
Yeah.
I definitely now like I get it. Like, oh, okay, them dudes sitting on the in the stands at the Nike camp and stuff. They are somebody. Like they not nobody to me, but they, what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
matters a little bit. Like
Oh,
it matters
absolutely.
like how it matters if you. It just matters. Like everything, things that I didn't know mattered, and things that I thought mattered don't really matter as much.
Yeah. Just think
Yeah,
about it though. What you said, shit, you've been playing against pros since you were 14, 15, 16 years old.
yeah,
So, you know what I'm saying? Most of these dudes now in your era, they don't come up playing outside or being able to
nah,
have
for
that
sure, for sure.
resource to play in the gym. So they got to go to these camps. So I know you looking at they whole thing like a fucking camp. Like,
Yeah,
man,
like for
like
we used to go to camp. My dad was like this. How I was raised, like was never raised selfishly at all, and I think that was like a big like. My dad used to be like, "Oh, if y'all want my sons to come to, our whole team got to come to the camp, or we not coming."
wow.
So yeah, we did that all the time. Like so, it was just like that's how we were like. When you raise like in my AAU team, we wasn't like no bunch of recruits that was no. I had the same AAU teams. I was in third grade, the same 9 people. Third grade,
Damn.
we are literally
Which AAU team you play for?
Houston Defenders. We
Houston
started it.
Defenders.
We started it.
Y'all started it.
Yeah,
Oh, they
Y'all
big
still
time,
have them
Agee.
today?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Houston Defenders big time. They big time. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
Houston
yeah, yeah.
Defenders. So we started the Defenders, and literally 6 people from the team in third grade I still talk to every day,
Wow.
like
Wow.
every day. So it's like I was just never raised selfish. Like you need to understand. You don't got to be selfish, obviously, but you got to understand like basketball. When you get to a certain point, it's about like your results, like your personal
Mhm.
results, not just
Yep.
oh man, I can have a bad game and I'm playing hard and we win. Like yeah, that's cool. Like that is good. Like that's what you're supposed to do but if you're trying to go to the NBA, it's about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Absolutely. And it's such a thin line too, because you got to do it in a way where it don't look like it's about yourself.
I mean, nowadays I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But
Well, they're in a different era now. I'm talking about the
yeah,
time
yeah,
that you was coming up.
yeah. And I
You
think that's
had
where I
to
was confused
be
a lot. Yeah,
you
I
had to be
definitely.
selfish, but you couldn't look like you were being selfish.
Yeah, like I used to think like I was raised like be a killer, you know. So I'm going to NBA workouts like talking shit, like, oh, you can't fuck with me and all. And I thought that's what I was. That's just how I always been, like.
Yep.
But I come to realize they don't like that. That's not
They,
that's not what they looking for. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, it's cool for some people to do it, I guess. Like, but if you not, I don't know, they just don't like that.
They
Like
like the
I've been in,
shaking hands. They like to
yeah,
shake the
of
hands. Hey,
course,
great sportsmanship, buddy.
of course, or like
Right.
really what it is, they like the support of the star. Like they want you to be like the star's friend. And I just didn't know how to do that. Like I mean, I wasn't like I wasn't I got manners obviously and respect for everybody, but I mean, I don't know you, so I don't really care, you know? Like I just that's just how it was. Like I got a family, a brother. I can talk to my family. Yeah, but I don't really know y'all. I don't really but they want you to be, instead of in practice, my first day of training camp, I'm trying to go at the best player, talk shit to the best player. I'm trying to outplay the best player. And mama, that don't matter. You can outplay the best player all you want. You got to be in that position to get on the court. You
Yep.
got to be in like the money position. You got to be in a position where they pay you enough that they got to put you on the court, and then that's when it matters. But all the
Absolutely.
practice and all that other, yeah, that don't matter.
It's interesting, man. Okay, so you guys are now you make the decision to go to the league. Um, I guess my question would be is having Devin and the other guys, because they were kind of giving them again a little bit more notoriety, saying that these guys are lottery picks.
Yeah, they got more for less. Like they had to do less, and they got more. Yeah, for sure.
Do you think that in some way hurt you and your brother's opportunities to go to first round,
Mm,
go high first round,
what hurt it?
in terms of them being, you know, talking about Devin is, he's a lottery pick. Tyler,
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I feel like in that sense, I mean, we were responsible for the dirty, like the losses and the bad games and the controversy, and like some people on the team they were just, oh, they got potential, like win,
Mm,
lose, play bad, whatever, they got potential, like.
mm,
And I never like that wasn't I never been like worried about somebody else. Like that's just not how I was, like, you know. So I never really thought about it when I was in school. I never really
mm.
thought about it until now, really, like as did like the second platoon take away from me. I mean, that's just how it just worked out like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I definitely uh was it was definitely not why I went back to school second year, but it was definitely an experience that I wouldn't trade. Of course, just being a part of that team and just being a part of a team that people are gonna talk about forever and
Yeah.
going to a Final Four. So, and just being a part of Kentucky in general, you can go back to Kentucky right now. People love you still, and you walk around the mall right now. People bother you, and so it's I can't trade that. That experience is something I'll cherish for sure. But I can't say no one else took away from no.
I just
So,
gotta ask this, man. I just gotta ask this. In retrospect,
Mm-hmm.
knowing what you know now, was Kentucky the right school for you?